Good morning, YouTube. I thought I'd do a little update on this terrarium, which is the last one I built. It's settling in nicely now. I've got some things that are really doing well. So this, I think that's called a leopard lily. I'm not 100% certain, but that's certainly doing well. It seems to love it there. And I'm glad I put it in the middle. When I first put it in the middle, I thought, looks a bit sort of contrived, if you like, but no, I'm glad I put it in the middle. And you can see the Fructus, climbing Fructus is starting to take away now. The bromeliads are starting to get bigger. I've got a couple of bromeliads in here. Actually, I've got three. I think there's one just in the back there. The Spanish moss is doing all right at the top. But I know I've got a slug. Can you see that fern? Is that a good munch on it? And when I come out in the mornings and the glass is a bit foggy, I can see the trails. So what I'm going to do is, I've obviously brought that in on some of the, could be the moss or the dead leaves or stuff, or whatever I've brought in and put in there. So I'll just chuck a few pellets around and hopefully that'll cure that. So the little orchid there is doing all right. Just getting one leaf at the bottom yellow, but I'm hoping that's going to stay good. And what else have we got in here going on? Oh, the branches. Whoops, sorry, I'm wobbling around a bit. The branches are just what I trimmed off one of my mock plum trees out there, and they actually flowered when I first put them in there, but they're just for a bit of structure, but I'll be taking them out soon. This asparagus fern's really liking it. This long growth here has taken off recently, so that's good. So I'm very pleased with that one. So when you look at it from a distance, I think it's doing okay. So we have this one, which is still doing okay. I've still got a spider living in there. You can see all the cobwebs, but that's okay. I don't mind. So it's doing all right. It's not fabulous. So I've got some dye back here, which I need to tidy it up, and I'll do that. The air plant loves it in there. And then moving across, this one here is doing okay. The Coleogene, you see it here, it's starting to take off. It took a while, but it's just starting to grow. So hopefully hopefully I'm praying that it will flower, because that'll be the only flowering, plant that I've got in that one. But overall, that one's doing well. And the one next to it, I've just had to wipe the glass because it was a bit steamy. And again, the good old Phalaenopsis, if you can see it there at the back, it's still going. It's got some nice green roots. So while it's still going, it stays in there. I don't think it's getting enough light to flower, but hey, it's alive. It's green. That'll do me. So I thought while I'm in here, I'll do a little update on the indoor Phalaenopsis. So hopefully you can see them. You see all the roots right out of that glass. Lovely green roots. That one's doing really well in water culture. This one on the left here. So can't complain about that one. So going along, I do have spikes coming. I ain't got an awful lot in flower at the moment, but I'll show you the ones that have got spikes coming. So this one up here, it's got some spikes coming. That one back there has got some spikes extending. So that it was in spike and they lost its buds, but I can see it's extending in places. What else we got? We got this white one here, which is fabulous, which has been in flower for quite a long time. Really happy. That one seems to really like it there. I've got this one's still in flower, hanging on, and I can see it's extending in places, just here. The one at the back has got the Kiki, so hopefully that Kiki will grow some roots and I can remove it. This one in the water culture glass, it's got two spikes coming, so there's one here and one there. I'm hoping that one's going to grow up over the top. But if it doesn't, I can put some stones in the bottom and raise that plant up, so that's good. Got a spike or something happening here. It sort of did a leaf there, so that's going to be a Kiki, I think. And then it's sort of doing something on the end here, so I'm not sure if that's a spike or another Kiki. Spike here, and then this one was in spike, and as you can see that's where it was, and now it's extending below there. And again, this one was in spike, yellow and pink one, and again this one's starting to extend. You can just about get it against the light, just about make it out, hopefully. You can see it either side of there, so that's good. Coming around to these, this is the white one my son bought me. It wasn't a very good specimen, bless him. He doesn't know orchids. You can see the leaves weren't good, but it's still in flower, and that's fine. I'm moving along to this one. This one's still in flower, still doing really well. I did have some buds on this one on the end here, but unfortunately they blasted, and I think that I'm really convinced it's the fire, the log burner, the dry atmosphere, I'm pretty sure. And then this one in the back here, no spikes, but I've got some new leaves growing on that one, so that's good. So these Phalaenopsis are doing okay. These were my babies that I ordered last year, and they've gone through the mill. I think I've said they've had, not scale, I think it was mealybug twice, or woolly aphid, or I think it's called woolly aphid. Yeah, it's those white woolly things. So it's had that twice and gotten over that, all those, so they're doing well. My Paphopedium sherrillianum, whatever, is doing well in that little container. Seems to really like it in there. And yeah, so, I mean, I won't, bore you with all the other plants, but I've got buds coming on my, I can't remember what they're called, but they're doing well. And yeah, so just one other thing I'll show you. I've got a loss on one of my violets. Oh, this one's flowering again. This never fails to please. No sooner it finishes flowering, it produces what I call a section, and then immediately flowers on the new section. So it flowers several times a year, so that's good. But I've had a loss on one of my violets, and that was rather a nice one. It was a purple and white one, but it was one of the recent ones I bought, and I suspect it was on its way out when I got it. It wasn't a very good example, and I think, was it a purple? No, it was the pink and white. I think I did write it on it. Oh no, violet and white one. That's right, violet and white one, and I bought a pink and white one at the same time. So that one's okay, but this one is given up. So these are getting quite big now in these pots, so I'll plant one of those in there, and then I'll perhaps move one of these little babies down into those pots there. So, but these little babies are doing okay. So I think probably plant up that one back there next, because that's the biggest. So, oh, and I'll show you my violet babies. So what I did is I put them in this propagator with the baby orchids, which they're not dying, but they're just plodding along, the baby orchids. But you can see back there, the violets, the violets back there are producing babies. I think this is giving up the ghost. That's still fairly green, that one. Sorry, that one there. So I'm hoping that's going to produce. This one here is giving up the ghost, and one on that side has, but that one's okay. And I got some babies coming there, so I'm quite pleased about that. But I'll probably remove this one and that one back there. And funny enough, oh no, they were different ones. So that's okay. We can give it another go. I think, I suspect it was the wrong time of the year to do it. But, partial success is great. Okay, so that's all for now. Just a quickie update. I've got nothing happening with the begonias. I think they've just about croaked it, and I'm really upset about that, because I did try my very best to keep them going. But yeah, they're not happy at all. So probably need to read up a bit more about them. I mean, the only two I've got I swing around here is this one, which was, you know, purchased this winter rather. And that one back there, but even that one back there is looking a little sad in places. So, I don't know. I might give up on those, but they did look really good when I first had them. Anyway, I'll ring off for now. Thank you for watching. Please like or dislike and subscribe. And I'll catch you later. Oh, and one other thing before I go. I am trying to do a weight loss program, as you know, some of you. And I've got another channel where I document my progress. If any of you are interested in watching that, I'll put the link down below. So you can, you know, link directly to the channel. Because I think sometimes some of these channels are not easy to find. Okay, so again, thanks for watching. Please like or dislike and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.